Anyway, Neil, I think we're
I'm divering.
I cannot tell if we're actually live or whatever, or if we're on. I just can't tell, for the simple fact, Neil.
What?
Snowing buckets outside.
What do you mean snowing buckets?
It's snowing buckets, Neil.
John,
Buckets of snow. That's what it's snowing.
If we get ploughed in.
If we get ploughed in, you never know. So, Neil, I don't know if we're on yet because I can't see anybody coming up. So I don't know if we're live at all.
Have you got the internet plugged in?
I hope so. Let's have a look. Hello? Anybody there? Hello?
Don't melt the screen, John.
There's supposed to be ghosts in this school show. I can't see shit all.
I don't know.
So there you go. Neil, we're on.
Aye.
Evening all. How are we all? We actually, as you can see, we've switched around. Neil's gone that side, and I've gone this side. We wanted to change, you know what I mean?
John,
wanted to change.
Anthony decked out of this shit.
Got to do, Neil. Yeah. So if anybody wants to join in the chat, say hello. Any questions for Miki York, the man himself? Please fire them in. And old Orange here is going to put them up on the screen.
Yes.
So fire them in. Come and say hello. Make sure you put your name because, like Neil says every week, it only comes up Facebook user.
It does.
I know, yeah, I know. Yeah. So yeah, please comment, get involved in the show, and let's have a bloody good laugh. That's all I'm going to say. Let me just you carry on, Neil. I'm just going to quickly share it.
Shandy Warhol's on, Johnny boy.
Shandy Warhol. Yeah, keep painting them beans, pal. Keep painting them beans.
Oh, bless you.
Cheers, Shandy. You'll do for us.
Kay Maloney.
Evening, Kay. How you doing?
Glad you put your name, Kay, because you Facebook user again. Don't come up.
Neil in his Facebook user.
I know, I'm terrible.
I mean?
I like to see us commenting, you know what I mean, John?
Oh, yeah, I understand, Neil. I understand. So, yeah, people, throw your bloody questions in, and we're going to crack on with the bloody show. Neil, tonight, we've got the man himself, Miki York.
Craig Maloney.
We have got a paranormal ale because we like to start the show with that, you know, being we are booze and booze. We've got a paranormal roundup. We've also got a paranormal room 101. And we've also got Mickey's quickfire 10 and some other daft questions we're going to ask him. So there you go. We was going to have Dead Ed on tonight, but he's only got himself another job. He's got a job. Can you believe that, Neil?
He's doing well.
He works at Spectre Savers.
Spectre Savers?
Yeah, he works at Spectre Savers.
So he's on more money than me.
He probably is. Yeah, he probably is. But anyway, let's crack on then, Neil. Let's just bring in our little banner here.
All right.
Because, you know, where is it? There we go. Bear with me. It is time for, Neil, get the drinks ready. Right, Orange, what have we got?
What we got tonight, we have got Wild Beer Company. And it's called Pogo.
I used to call him Pogo Patterson from Grange Hill.
Why? Because he's fat and ginger?
Yeah,
oh,
basically,
right.
basically, yeah.
Right. It's from Wild Beer Company. It's called Pogo. It's a fruit ale, passion fruit and orange and guava flavour, John.
Lovely.
You know how weak it is?
I don't know, Neil.
He's fetched these from
Yeah.
Cafe Metro. Now, they must be the cheapest bloody ones you can buy.
Neil, they're a good rate, they are. What is he?
4.3.
That'll do. We're alcoholics, aren't we?
I ain't saying that, John, but come on. Right, I'll give it a quick well. John's all over the place yet again.
What did I say to you before we came on?
John, you can actually smell the passion of the fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I will try that in a minute.
Well, that was lovely. Very nice texture. John, dead fruity, man.
Is he?
Proper fruity.
Let's have a... Yeah, here's one I made earlier. I haven't only got a bit in there, like. You know
When you get to Cafe Metro in Bilston, it is the best bottle shop and ale bar in the world.
Yeah, if you read the old ticker along the bottom.
No, I say in the
Midlands.
in Britain, John.
Oh, okay, in Britain. I'm happy with
It's
that.
Absolutely fantastic.
It's Ellen Poulter.
So,
nice one. And obviously we're in sponsorship, and they sponsor us at Wednesday Paranormal in association with them. So please, anybody want to go on a cracking event with one of the best teams going in the Midlands, go and check out Russ Bevan on Wednesday Paranormal. He'll accommodate you, I can guarantee it.
You will. Good lad, Russ.
Beautiful. Neil, let's crack on with the show, pal. We're going to bring in our first section right now. It is time for our Paranormal Roundup.
Oh, God.
Orange, what you been up to, kid? What you been up to?
You know what? I've had the most weirdest weeks ever. Just to start off,
go on.
I'm going on about our next door neighbour's cat, right?
Yeah.
He does me head in.
A cat does your head in?
John, he's so indecisive, but always sitting on the fence.
Oh, well.
Just a little gag.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It was a little gag.
My mate farmed me up the other day, crying his bloody eyes up. His suntan cream business has gone bust.
Bloody idiots.
Don't rub it in, John.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, it's International Women's Day today, John.
Oh,
so you've got to be careful what you're saying.
Yeah.
Do they have an International Man's Day?
More than likely, Neil. More than likely.
I mean, what do you call a woman who knows her husband is her whole time, John?
The wife.
No, a widow. Well, my week has been so bloody weird, I'll tell you now. He wanted a game of racquetball with me, but he didn't have a racket. Over there, he was too tight to buy one.
So it was just going to be ball?
Yeah. So I goes to the shop at work. I went, can I borrow your racket? He goes, yeah, follow me home after work. So I've pulled outside the work and I'm letting everybody through, and I've let him through and I've followed him, right? I'm following around all these bends, left, right, up, down, and all the way to Willinghall. And he pulled on this estate, very, very nice estate, don't get me wrong, round 3 roundabouts, and he's getting faster and faster and faster, right? Anyway, I pull up outside his house on his drive next to him, gets out the car, I follow the wrong car. It was a chap who had the cleaner from work, John.
You're lucky you don't get the baseball bat.
John, he got a baseball bat. He said he was going to put my windows through.
And people, believe you me, it's not the first time he's done it.
No, it's an easy mistake. He had a black car, and
it's not an easy mistake at all. Neil. Have you not like reading the registration numbers?
John, they don't know his registration. That my DVLA.
Anyway, people, YouTube, get on it. Paralytic Activities, check it out. Our video for Bron Garth is now on there. It's a cracking little video. No paranormal shit happened at all, but it's a good video. It's a great location. Please go and check it out. And obviously, cheers again to Russ and the boys at Wednesday Paranormal for letting us tag along.
I must admit, John, it's the first hospital I've ever investigated. I never thought I'd investigate an hospital.
It was nice to see an hospital with some bloody empty beds, Neil, to be honest.
It was, actually.
Do you know what I mean?
It was. And the heating was off.
Next week, we got another video dropping. We had a little paranormal mooch in the scary woods of Cannock Chase. There was me, Orange, Luke the Riddler, Nige, Jackie Boy, Kay and Craig, and we had a great time down there. We don't get mugged, we don't get attacked by any like lunatics and that, but we don't really see any ghosts either. So that's just the way it goes. But we had a great time anyway, and I think we're going to make a nice little video because the place we went to is so interesting in them woods. And Mickey, our guest, I know for a fact, has spent some time in them woods. Not dogging. No, he's nodding in the green. I could see him nodding in the green room. He was dogging. No, he was out there investigating with a bunch of paranormal people. So we might have a little chat about that later. Neil, now, every week, we always do this little section. We're going to do it now, before we bring Mickey in. Let me just bring the banner up, Neil, because Neil is the clumsiest person in the world. He's also the unluckiest person in the world. And every week, we're in the pub, having a little couple of jars, and he mentions another story, what happened. I go, Neil, you said you had no more of these stories left. He goes, yeah, I forgot about this one. So this one, people, is the Golden Hind Incident. Neil, take it away.
Well, if anybody's ever been to Brixham, John, stop butching in. He's off again. He can't help himself. Anyway, anybody ever been to Brixham in Devon? Right, they've got like the Golden Hind, Sir Francis Drake's ship. I know it's a replica. It's how the real one.
Yeah, you sure, Neil?
It's a replica. But I'll tell you what, it's absolutely fantastic. You go on there, it's got the cannons and everything, John. You know how a block of ship was in them days. Anyway, the bloke said if you go under the deck, it's a bit dark, so I'll be careful. He said that's where we used to keep the prisoners. And when you go down the deck, right, it's pitch black, honestly. And they've got like mannequins, mannequins,
Mannequins, Neil.
mannequins,
Mannequins. Kim Cattrall, 1983.
like mannequins. It's like where they're like, it's just showing you when they used to keep the prisoners, and there's like the chain to the wall, and they're everywhere, like, you know, proper weird, like. And I was with Corey, and I went,
I didn't believe this.
I went, Corey, look at this bloke here. He looks like your granddad. And I'm pushing him like this, grabbing him, like ragging him about. This bloke turns around and he goes, "What the you think you're doing?" I now realise it was a real person. He wanted to beat me up.
So someone wants to get you with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Now some old guy looks like Tony Hart wants to beat you up on the Golden Iron.
John, I said, I'm sorry, I thought you was a mannequin.
A mannequin?
A mannequin. and he went, mate, just get out my size. I went, all right, well, yeah.
Jesus.
But he was an old man, else I sort of duffed him up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I like that.
Anyway, please, Neil's going to read out all your questions. Please get some questions for Miki. He's chomping at the bit. This guy is full of knowledge. It's unbelievable. He's like a walking paranormal encyclopedia. Please throw some questions in for Miki. Craig, I know you've got some questions to ask, so please do. Neil, you're going to bring up the comments, but first, Neil, we've got to bring the guest in first.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Miki, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Miki.
Tony Basil, 1983.
Evening, boys.
Evening, Miki. So we've got some people in the chat room. Hopefully, Neil's going to throw some questions on the screen. Everybody wants a question, please comment. Please get involved in the show. It's not hard. It's a couple of bit of typing on your keyboard or on your phone. Please throw them in. But Miki, can you give us a quick synopsis for people who don't? If people don't know who you are, where they've been, living under a bloody rock, do you know what I mean? Please give us a little synopsis of yourself.
Well, hello everybody. I'm Miki. I have been investigating the paranormal since 2008. I've been all over the UK. I've recently just come back from Ireland, where I spent a horrible night at the Hellfire Club. So we might talk about that in a bit.
Brilliant.
So I've been on TV, done podcasts, done YouTube videos. Been an idiot. But haven't we all? So yeah, just love getting out there in the dark, talking to air, talking to the dead.
Yeah.
So, and hoping they speak back, basically. So
yeah, that's what it's all about.
Do you know what? You've summed that up in a nutshell. Because that's what it is. We spend most of our night in the dark, freezing tits off, talking to nothing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And we love it. I don't know what it is.
We go back again and again and again.
And again. Because we just want to get that little golden nugget of that little bit of evidence to say, do you know what? I got that. That was me. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's the buzz, isn't it? You go back for more and more.
Yeah. So we've got a question for you straight away there, Miki. Now, Neil handling the old comments here. My dolly dealer. My dolly dealer.
Debbie McGee.
Miki, what would your paranormal legacy be from Cayman Island?
So what would I want people to remember me by?
Yeah.
Just being an honest investigator, really. That Miki was up for a laugh, but he took it serious, and never faked anything. I think.
And you know what? That's going to be our legacy, Neil.
Yeah.
Because we're exactly the same. We go, we have a laugh, we make a day of it, and if anything does happen, it's a bonus. If not, that's why some of our videos, Mickey, are only 10 minutes long, 15 minutes long. There's no point putting content if there's nothing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, we're going to be known as doing shorts and reels, because nothing ever happens. People don't want to see dead air. So,
No.
Sorry, I don't say dead air, sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it's like when we go out, it don't really bother me if we don't get nothing. I'll just enjoy the experience with the lads and having a laugh and and trying to contact these spirits, so-called spirits. You know what I mean? But I just enjoy the experience of all like the buildings and everywhere that we go. Basically, that's what I like.
I think it's the hope that there's always next time.
Yeah,
you've got nothing tonight, but we're going out next week, so you never know. You might get something then. I think that's what drives us on every week. It's the hope.
is,
at
And I
one
think,
time.
yeah, and I think obviously the way some people think about the paranormal and what is it, what no one really knows. We could arrive, or you could arrive at a certain location at a certain time, at the perfect timing, bloody whatever it is, ether, and there you
Yeah.
go. You hit that spot right there.
Yeah.
We believe we've
Exactly.
done it at Lily Shore Abbey once because everything happened
Right.
that night,
Yeah.
and that is probably the one we hit it, the sweet spot, as
Yeah.
it were. So
Oh.
that's why I think we keep going back. Hoping we're going to hit that sweet spot again.
Yeah. You got to be lucky, ain't you?
Well,
You know what I mean? I mean, I think the people who got the most best paranormal, well, mostly paranormal stories are the ones that ain't even paranormal investigators. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But people
exactly.
in a pub, the back street of a
Yeah.
pub, and
It
stuff
is.
like that.
Oh, what the fucking hell are you doing? You're going out on a Friday investigating in the woods. Why don't you come to the pub? And I go, what ghosts don't even exist. And after a couple of beers, go, this happened to me. I couldn't believe it. My nan was stood at the end of the bed. I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know
they'll
what I
come
mean?
out.
I've never had that, and I've been everywhere.
Smoking a woodbine.
Yeah, smoking a woodbine, having a bit of a Johnny Walker.
Yeah, too
So
right.
there you go. Facebook user, whoever it is, please let us know. Mickey, what would you say? Actually, we're going to ask you that question. So, Facebook user, we're going to ask that question in a minute, so we'll come back to that one. Right, Mickey, you were saying that you've been in the paranormal for a while. When you was investigating, the Berlin Wall was still up, apparently. You know what I mean?
Was it? Probably.
What got you out on your first ghost hunt, pal, and what made you leave that front door?
It was watching Most Wanted. Like,
Yeah.
I'd say 90% of paranormal investigators to the day was watching Most Wanted back in 2002, 2003. And I just thought, wow, that's well cool. You know, look at that. I used to watch it with my mum and dad. And we'd all sit down there whenever it was on, like Thursday night or whatever, on Living TV. And it was just like, wow, something's moving down that corridor. Did you see that? You see them orbs and everything.
Yeah.
And it's like, so yeah, I thought, I want to try and do that. Is it that easy? Can it be done? You know? So I thought I'd try and do it myself. Just go out to the local cemetery, see what happens.
Brilliant.
It's right. I mean, like I say,
Simple as that.
I used to watch it religiously. I think it was a Thursday or a Friday night. And even when they've done the lives and there's like 30 cameras everywhere, and people are coming saying that there's a shadow in that corner, or there's a little girl in that corner. I'm looking and going, I can't fucking see nothing. What's going on? Why are these people seeing it? And I can't. And I'm oh, what's going on here? What is it? That's when I realised the world's full of nutters. So, yeah, you know what I mean? Well, the first couple of scenes of Mouse Haunted, we all know how it turned out. But it was fascinating, and it was something new, wasn't it? You know what I mean? Since Ghost Watch in the early 90s, and then
that scared me when I was a kid.
It did me.
Yeah.
Neil slept in my mum and dad's bed for 3 years after that. I wouldn't mind. He was 17 at the time.
Move over.
Yeah, do child replacement. So going back to that, before I ask this question from Craig. Right. Facebook user, you know, what was your most scary paranormal experience? Which leads on to what was your most kind of memorable paranormal experience since you've been doing it since the Berlin Wall was up?
It would have to be at my local asylum, St. Crispin's. I was there filming, and it must have been there about 7 hours. It's about 3 a.m, just about to film an outro to the video, and there was an old man just appear in front of me, like from behind the camera, just like that, and it was gone. He was like a very gaunt face, scraggly hair. He looked dirty. So I'm guessing it was possibly one of the patients.
Yeah.
Just scared the shit out of me, I tell you.
It would do, wouldn't it?
Oh, Jesus.
It's like, wow. It was only there for like a split second, then it's gone.
Yeah.
But never ever going to forget that. I can still see his image in my head.
Yeah. So, do you
Crazy.
believe you saw a full apparition that night?
Yeah, I've also seen a couple more at the same location, full body, colour, everything.
Bloody hell.
Jesus Christ, where is it
Yeah.
now? Jot that down. Is it abandoned, or is it a place you actually can go?
It's abandoned, and they've knocked like 6 buildings down, and there's just 2 buildings left now, but they're currently building on site, so you sort of go there. You go there at your own risk, sort of thing.
Yeah, it's now. I'm not going to be chased by the end of Baskervilles and Max and Paddy at 1 o'clock in the morning to forget it.
No, jump the wall.
I'm not about that kind of. I can't even run that fast anymore. Anyway, so I ain't climbing shit. You know what I mean? So yeah.
But yeah, that was Never forget that. I love that place. Best place I've ever been to. My favourite ever location.
Do you believe it's a residual or intelligent or what?
I think it was the way it was acting. I would definitely say it was intelligent. It was there with us on that night. Yeah.
Yeah. See that, I kind of believe that, because the only thing I can ever say that I might have seen something, I don't know. It was there for a second and then gone, and it was like a glitch in the matrix for me, and that's kind of what I witnessed. But I don't know if it was paranormal. It might have been my eyes. I don't know. But yeah, that's bloody fantastic. Neil, what's that question?
You know something, John? I don't know what I'd do if I was in a full apparition.
I don't know. I think I'd probably freeze. I'd be like Bill Murray in Ghostbusters.
I
would call in Luke, because he boxes. Luke, get over here now. You know what I mean?
Come help me.
Yeah. Come box this spectre here for me, will you? What's that? Read out Craig's question for me.
He can't read it. That's why he's asking me.
No, this is your gig now.
Oh, shut up. What is your opinion in regards to outside environment factors on an investigation? Is it laughter, fun, singing, etc.? Do you think they can help an investigation, as in the Singapore theory?
I had that last night. Number 69 from my local walk out.
It's nice, that one, isn't it?
Yes, beautiful. Quality for me.
So I do think laughter helps sometimes. I think you can have too much fun on a ghost hunt, and I think it just ruins it. And it's just like no one. I think there's a fine line between being serious and building up the energy a little bit.
There's a time and a place in the Mickey. You can have fun beforehand, but when it comes down to the real thing,
I think once you start and you go green and the lights are off, that's it. You've got to take it serious. I think.
Exactly.
But yeah, they can help. Definitely. If not just for energy, really.
That's what I mean. There's no better energy than laughter, in my opinion. So
exactly. With regards to the singing, that can be. It depends where you are. Maybe in a theatre, maybe there's a famous song attached to the building, maybe, or the particular spirit you're trying to contact that used to sing a certain song that could help. As in the Singapore theory, using objects that are related to the site, the location, the spirits. So I definitely think that can help.
I've heard people sing nursery rhymes. Right? Do you reckon that?
Ring Around the Roses. Yeah, I've sung that a few times over the years. Yeah.
I was there once. It was at the Haunted Antiques Paranormal Research Centre, and I was in stitches. I couldn't help myself. I'm seeing a grown ass bloke pushing a pushchair around, singing freaking Ring a Ring a Rap. Oh, what's going on here?
I've apologised for that.
It's like the lunatics who overtook the asylum. I thought, oh Jesus, it was hilarious. Anything else, Neil?
Yeah. Which is from Kay Maloney. What would your advice be to anyone now entering the paranormal field?
Don't be fooled. Don't believe everything you see. Try and always find a natural reason for what's happening, the activity you're experiencing. There's 99% of the time it can be explained. So don't be fooled. It's my best advice. Don't believe everything.
What a great answer.
Definitely. Neil, I told you when I pick these guests, I always get the sensible ones. The ones who actually know what they're going on about. Mickey, so a little dicky bird tells me that you've been on TV more than Philip Schofield.
Oh, I don't know about that. Maybe.
You could tell us about some of your TV shows you've been on. Any kind of any juicy gossip you might have while you've been doing it.
I was on Celebrity Haunted Hotel back in 2016 on Channel W, as it was then. I don't know what it is now.
I watched that. I think it was on Watch, wasn't it?
Yeah, Watch.
Watch.
Well done, Neil. Well done.
Hey, boom, boom. That was good. We did 9 live shows on that over a week's time, and that was really very nerve-wracking, being on camera, live TV with all the camera crew, the production crew, the lighting crew. There's like 30 people stood in front of you behind the cameras, and you wonder why you don't really get a lot of activity when there's that many people. It's like 100 people plus on site every night, every day, doing their various jobs.
Stop haunted happenings, nice.
Yeah.
Good old Hazel.
Who was on there, Mickey?
We had Jamelia. Jamelia's a good laugh.
Oh,
I liked her. Yeah, she was good. Sung a little Superstar with her.
Did ya?
That was a bit cringy, to be fair, but you know, it's got to be done.
Yeah.
What else? We had what's that? Craig Revel Horwood, such a nice man from Strictly.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was such a nice bloke. There was a couple from Hollyoaks, I believe. I can't remember. Jess was one of them. I can't remember her name. We had James Haskell, the England rugby player, with Chloe Madeley. That was fun, trying to put handcuffs on them two in the shed.
I remember.
What kind of show was this, Mickey?
I remember.
I know it doesn't sound good, does it? You know, but yeah, that was very interesting. Yeah.
Did Frank Lampard's wife?
Yes. How can you forget the presenter, Christine Lampard? Such a lovely lady, so nice, very humble.
I remember watching
I know, take photos, videos with you, like when you're in the daytime. Lovely lady.
What was the hotel called again? So it kind of slips my mind a little bit.
Oh, what was it?
I'm glad I asked that. It's not the one
Elveny something.
It's in Pluckley.
Pluckley, yeah.
Screaming Woods.
Yeah, it's around the corner near the Black Swan pub or something.
Yeah.
Elvely Farm. Farm. There you go. So I got there in the end. Yeah, the old brand.
I remember one where he's walking through like the woods, and they had that music playing.
Music box, yes.
That shit me up.
Remember that?
Yeah. That was a good idea. That, but a little bit of gossip for you. Yeah. Jamie East, who used to be on Virgin Radio, he was I think in the truck with all the comments and that on the social side. Every day I kept seeing him nicking bottles of wine.
What?
Every time I saw him, he had a bottle of wine in his hand. Now, whether he drunk it or not, I have no idea. But you know, I just kept I kept Snapchatting him, saying, "Oh, look, Jamie's got another bottle. He's gonna kill me if he finds out."
Yeah.
Mickey, was this the series where one of the celebrities was purposely throwing bricks in the barn?
Coins, yes, that was my introduction to live TV. I was in that storage shed, the poltergeist shed as they called it.
Yeah.
And I was with John Thompson from Cold Feet. Such a great guy. He was into the paranormal himself. I think he used to go out and do like investigations on his own. Yeah, I think it was Justin Morehouse. I mean, I never heard of him before, and I never heard of him since. So but yeah.
The coin bastard. That's what he's now.
He was lobbing stuff, and we couldn't see. It was pitch black. We just had cameras on us, so we couldn't see. And I'm like, "Fuck, this is well good. Like, how is this? This activity is crazy." And then obviously, I think Matt Richardson was it? Matt, whoever came in and took him out. and said, "Look, you got to come with me." And I thought, "Oh, maybe he's doing something." And then obviously, our live bit ended, and we, it's like, what's going on? This is supposed to be like serious, and you're making a mockery of this. This is night one, and you got some idiot lobbing coins around.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, the show got really blasted for that.
Yeah. We had Jolene on the show, and I think she was there that night, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was with us on the show. Yeah. Hello, Jolene.
Yeah, she was there, and she mentioned it to us.
Yeah.
So, Mickey, you've been around, pal.
Yeah.
A bit like Neil here. He's been around as well.
Been around more than the Beach Boys.
Out of all the places you've been to, which location kind of sticks in your mind? Obviously not just paranormal wise, but like the history, just the kind of the full package. Which place would you love to go back to?
I think like I said, I've recently been to Ireland again, and I returned to the Hellfire Club. Now, this is an abandoned building on the top of Montpellier Hill, and it's got history. It's got a banshee wood next to it. It's got documented reports of Satan there. This place, I would go back every week. It's the scariest place I've ever been to. The first time I was there a couple of years ago, it was pitch black. It's about 10 o'clock. We're just about to start. And I'm looking at the building, and you've got like the line of the building with the black sky behind it. And it was like evil was looking at me, and I was shitting it a little bit. There's only two of us there, me and Mark from West London Paranormal, and it was. So that place, I would go back more and more and more.
Can you just explain to me what the Hellfire Club is? Because I don't think you know, do you?
Is it off Stranger Things?
No, it's not of Stranger
That's
Things.
the T-shirt. Yeah, the T-shirt.
Yeah.
No,
Can you explain to anybody who's watching as well, if they don't know what the Hellfire Club is, can you just tell them what it is?
But it was a place where like famous people, politicians, celebrities, they would go there, and like a man's club, gentleman's club, and they would have women as like slaves doing like prostitution, things like that. Nasty stuff went on there. A bit like it's like sister club to the Hellfire Caves in Wickham.
Yeah.
So obviously Benjamin Franklin, Dashwood, all them. Yeah. So there was 3 of them. I think Loftus Hall in Ireland was like the 3rd part of the trilogy of like clubs that were associated with each other. So yeah, not a nice place to be if you're a woman or if you got put there, basically.
Yeah.
So lots
It
of
sounds
torture,
fantastic.
pain. Yeah, nasty place.
You never get away with that these days, would you?
No.
Jesus Christ.
Facebook user Mickey has asked, what are your thoughts on the stone tape theory?
I think that it can work. Yes, whenever like things happen, high energy occasions, you can leave an imprint into like the foundations of a building, like say a murder or something happened to you that you weren't expecting. I do believe that you can leave part of your energy behind. Obviously, depending on, like let's say, like limestone, etc. It's a good like absorbent of energy. So yeah, I think it can work in certain areas.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but I do believe in that. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe in it as well. I think it leaves a kind of an imprint.
I've got a quick story if I can.
Yeah.
I believe Adrian Perkins, ghost detective, told me this once, one of his shows, that some man was just driving along country road. He had a crash, in his car, and he technically died for a few minutes. And then a few years later, he was driving down the opposite way of the same road, and he saw himself.
What?
Yeah, because obviously he died. He left that imprint, that like stone tape theory, that energy. He technically had died on the road, and he saw himself. Now that gives me goosebumps. Like that's just talking about.
I don't think I'll get over that.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Jesus.
That gives you another like level of thinking. This up.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, Shandy, I'm glad Mickey explained what it was. Yeah, about the Hellfire Club. So yeah, you can sleep, you can rest easy tonight now, Mickey. You can rest easy. Obviously, back in lockdown, we all will never forget lockdown, and we'll never have nothing like that ever again. I don't think. But I was watching some of your videos, and you kept doing the old the kind of, I don't know if it was live or recorded, but you used to like do the necrophonic sessions. And I was watching it, and I thought, bloody hell, this is really good. And I obviously went and got the necrophonic, and it's the only app we've ever or will ever use because we've had some good hits on it. What are your thoughts now, looking back on the necrophonic?
I don't know how it works. Every time I use that in lockdown, I still use it to this day, on occasion. Blows my mind. I can't explain how it works. I mean, I've contacted the owner, developer. Does it connect to your microphone? Does it listen? When you ask the question, it'll give you a reply with a similar word of what you've asked. No, it doesn't use your microphone. Because obviously on your iPhone, it'll come up, can this app use your microphone, your camera, etc.? Doesn't happen when you put the app on.
Yeah.
So we sort of believe him, I suppose. But yeah, I've had some amazing responses, clear to and fro communication with this app in my old house. Can't explain it, but yeah, I have to believe it. You know, I've used it so many times, different locations, and the results are just crazy. So yeah,
I'm glad you said that, Mickey, because like, it's the only I've practiced with a lot, not practice, but like used in my own time. Are these a load of crap or whatever? And it's the only necrophonic I've actually got, and that we still use. We always use it as kind of a last resort, but we always seem to get something what we can't explain, like names coming through, even if we haven't even said the name. You know, I mean, me and Luke was at the nunnery, and it kind of says, you know, do you want to speak to? And it said Luke in one voice and in a kind of a whisper as well. But we never even mentioned the word Luke.
Yeah. And, you know, there's another thing as well on us. Remember, we went to Smelly Baths and we tried to, like, tried to trick it, basically.
Yeah.
And he goes, "What am I pointing to?" And the word mirror come through, and he was pointing at the mirror, and I'm like, "Oh, how can you?"
It wasn't clear, but it actually
Yeah.
sounded like
Like mirror.
mirror. So
How can it do that? How does it do that? That's
No.
it just amazes me.
I'm not gonna cry.
yeah, so everywhere we go, and if I do use it, I do that. I just ask what I'm pointing to, and it's only ever come up once. But when that once happened, it was like I say, it's in the sweet spot, isn't it?
Yeah, it could be the atmosphere was right at the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just don't know. Everyone go get it.
We used it too.
Yeah.
Can you just let us know who that is? Which Facebook user that is, please?
Yeah.
Mickey. So obviously,
Yeah.
we've talked about your TV appearances and your memorable experiences and that. We've got a couple of kind of nice little questions for you, and obviously, we'll have any more questions what are coming through. So we'll have a bit of a paranormal laughing with this, mate, if you don't mind. Mickey, you are on a spirit board. You have contacted a dead celebrity. What I mean by a dead celebrity, a celebrity who's passed, obviously.
Yeah.
Who is on the board, and what the bloody hell do you want to ask them?
I've had this question a few times over the years, and I would contact Tupac. The old American
Never had
rapper
two like that, dude. We've never had two.
that was gunned down in Vegas.
Yeah.
There's obviously lots of stories. I used to watch all the documentaries on that, all the stories on YouTube, everything. I would just want to know who shot him, because obviously the police asked and he told him to go away.
Yeah.
He hated the police.
I
But when
don't know. I said, and the founder who shot him.
No, I think it was a Biggie murder as well. They were never solved. I don't think they wanted to solve them, really. I think they just wanted them both out of the way because of all the trouble that was being caused over there at the time. But I would.
Sugar, but they.
Yeah, I would want to sit down and have a chat with him, or the spirit of him.
Yeah,
it's a story that's interested me for a long time, and I've been to the actual part of the street in Vegas where he was killed. So get the spirit box out. But yeah. So that would be my celebrity person.
Brilliant.
Great answer.
Yeah.
Craig Maloney's just put, Mickey, I use the necrophonic on a phone, which is turned off, and I only used it for investigations. It's not turned on till we get there. Location, mic, etc. are all turned off.
See, that would back up the claim that he doesn't use all those parts of the phone.
Yeah.
So,
and it was Michelle Needham, who's just had a little slot on Haunted Magazine, writing for them.
Hiya, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. Hope you're well.
Yeah, making equipment on a budget.
I know.
So imagine what you can do with a cat ball these days, I can say.
Get down the pet shop.
Yeah. Mickey, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you are in the other realm.
Oh dear.
I hope you're well. But me and Orange want to bring you back because the paranormal field needs Miki York. So we want to resurrect you, but we need 3 items. What bloody 3 items do we need to resurrect the dead Miki York?
The first one would have to be a coconut flat white from Costa. Those that know me know I'm obsessed. There every day getting my flat white. So you'd have to fill me with some coffee first. I don't drink beer, but you give me a nice coffee and I'm yours.
Easy time.
So yeah.
Everybody wants to date with Mickey. Get him a Costa and he's all yours.
He'll never be sorry either.
Yeah, let's go. Come on. Yeah, I'll be up. No, don't say that. Right. Anyway, second item. Let's go food. Let's go food because I need to eat. I've got my drink. I need to eat. It'd have to be Biscoff cheesecake. Oh, mummy, that's good.
Naughty. That's naughty, Mickey.
That's naughty, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, it's definitely.
I think I can feel my hips swelling just by thinking about it.
Just sniff it.
What do you mean? Where do Biscoffs
I've never heard of them 5 years ago.
No, they didn't. They just appeared, didn't they?
Yeah, they just come from nowhere.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I used to work in a hotel, which every room had a biscuit every single day. So in the storeroom, we had thousands and thousands and thousands of Biscoff biscuits. So when I was doing a stock take, I'd go in there with a nice big pint of coffee and I'd devour a good couple of packs. I can tell you that. Yeah.
Get dipping.
Yeah.
Neil, read that. Whatever that
Yeah,
is.
going back to the necrophonic. I'm not a fan of the necrophonic app.
Who is it, Neil?
Oh, Miss Jackie.
Oh,
It loops the same words over and over. GhostTube app seems more random. I honestly don't think that any apps work, but that's just me. Yeah, there's their own, eh?
Each to their own, you know. I mean, the GhostTube app, I wouldn't touch that with a barge pole personally. But yeah, each to their own. Whatever works for you at the end of the day. You know, everything's an experiment, isn't it?
yeah, I would say I agree with you, Jackie, beforehand, before using it. But like I said, I cannot explain the results I'm getting.
Yeah.
So I can only go with my own experience on that.
Yeah. I totally agree. But like you say, everything's an experiment, and each to their own, isn't it? You know what I mean? So there you go.
Yeah.
Now, any more questions before we move on to the next question?
No.
So you want my third thing, don't you?
Oh yeah, of course I do. Yeah, bloody.
Yeah.
I'd say I got lost when you said Biscoff cheesecake.
You just drifted on a little dream
I was gone.
It's
I
like,
love coconut as well, but I've never had a coconut coffee, so I'm gonna have to try it.
oh, coconut milk, yeah. It's the way forward.
Anything coconuts, I'm all over it.
Yeah? Ah,
Yeah, I love coconut now.
fair
I remember
play.
the Cabana chocolate bars with little cherries in.
Oh, God. Barry Mandel's favourite.
Yeah. It might have been.
And my third thing would have to be a memory foam bed. You know,
You're gonna need it after them coffees.
I know. I ain't sleeping though. Just got to lay in it. Too much coffee. Yeah, I've been in some crap places to sleep. Obviously, going out in the paranormal,
Yeah.
you sleep in tents, you sleep on the floor, you sleep in crap beds that you shouldn't really be in. And you're just like, oh, you wake up the next day and you could hardly move, and especially when you get old and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Your body feels like you've been beat up. So yeah, it has to be.
Yeah.
Memory
Well,
foam
Neil
bed.
can relate, Mickey, because I'll tell you why. He said to me, he goes, John, I need a new bloody mattress. I goes,
Yeah.
what's up with your mattress? So I went to his house and I saw his mattress. It was on the floor and it was covered in chains and hooks. I goes, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do here? Get pinhead. It was like the mattress out of Hellraiser.
John, you went in the wrong room.
I'm sorry.
That was your dad.
that was your sex dungeon, was it?
That's your weekend room.
Should have been a lock on that door.
All you need in there is a flat white and a biscotti cheesecake.
There
Mickey
you
will be
go.
around. Mickey will be
Yeah,
there.
just send me the address.
If you can go to Ireland, you can come to yours.
Sorry.
What? I am a believer. This is Miss Jackie again. I would rely on an SB7. Well, an SB7 is not an app, is it? So
No,
it's
no.
it's like a radio frequency scanner, isn't it, or something like that?
Yeah, spirit box.
Totally
Yeah.
different thing completely, isn't it?
Yeah.
But thanks, Jackie. Keep the questions coming in. That's great. Mickey, have you heard of Room 101?
I have. That used to be on in the old days, isn't it?
Yeah, Frank Skinner. Yeah, Frank Skinner.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
I don't know, Neil. I don't know.
Who done it first?
I
Johnny
don't, I
Boy!
don't know. I don't
Paul
know.
Mason.
Oh, yeah, Paul Merton. Yeah, so Room 101 is a celebrity comes in or whatever, and they want to get things out of their life completely. So, Mickey, this is your Paranormal Room 101. You can put 3 items into Paranormal Room 101. It can be anything to do with ITC, Ouija boards, celebrities, places, people, anything to do with the paranormal. Get it in Room 101. What's going in?
The first thing is dowsing rods. Hate dowsing rods. I've been abused over the years about dowsing rods. Now, you always start off in the paranormal, you have pendulums, I'll get to them, and dowsing rods. And you stand there, anything that you can manipulate yourself, whether you mean to or not, by your own touch, I don't believe in. Get gone.
Yeah,
Straight-
and pendulums.
Pendulums
Mickey,
is...
get them
Yeah,
in.
get them both in there. They go together. I've seen people on investigations. I remember this one time, Woodchester Mansion. I'm there like 2 a.m. This woman sitting there going, "Look, it's spinning. It's going backwards and forwards." I thought, yeah, your hand's moving it, love. You know, it's like because it's dark and I've got a night vision camera. I'm looking at you, and it's like, wow. And these people believe it.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you're doing that. You're doing that.
I
What
was
do
a
you-
guy. Yeah, I was at Guy's Cliff Mansion, and it was probably the same woman, Mickey. I'm not going to lie.
Probably.
It was probably the same
Round
woman.
the
She was
corner.
holding it there like this, and she was shaking like a shitting dog. She was like this, and it was feeling like, "Let's go! Look at it go! Look at it go!" Oh, for God's sake!
There's a ghost here.
Yeah.
No,
And
there's
then,
not.
then she claimed her arm was haunted. Her arm was moving on it. She was like doing the robotics. I thought I was watching breakdance at one stage. Her arm was possessed.
Did
It was
did you ever do the human pendulum or see someone do the human pendulum?
Yes, I've done it.
Well, Mickey, if Neil can tell you the story, and make it quick, Neil, because we're done 45 minutes already. Can you make it quick? Tell the story about what happened at Graiseley Old Hall.
Graiseley Old Hall, as before, like investigations. We done all this crap in the attic and that, nothing happened. And the woman said,
Yeah.
we're going to do a human pendulum up the stairs. So it was pitch black, and they said, I want everybody to hold hands. Right, somebody's going to get pushed into the middle of the room, and we're going to talk through it, right? And I'm thinking to myself, he's going to have the girls to join daddy stacks to push me in the middle of the room. You know what I mean? Anyway, so this bloke fell on his knees, and they said, right then, yes, back for yes, and forward for now. So he's asking it questions, and he's falling forward, and catching him, falling back, catching him. And there's one point where the woman wasn't even concentrating. He fell forward and nutted out, right? So she started screaming. So it sent a chain reaction around the room, and everybody just running around screaming, "Ah!" like this. And I'm like, I was under the chair. I was.
How did you get under the chair? Whose chair was it? It's like Gulliver.
The green joint. I think.
But there you go, the human pendulum.
That the
Another
human
one,
pendulum.
another one, yeah.
Yeah, that's. I don't know
What
how
else
people.
is in there, pal?
30 East Drive, I would put in there.
That is a controversial statement there.
It is a controversial statement. I've been there twice. First time with just me and someone else, and the second time with 4 people, including myself. So not like overpopulated in the building. There's nothing there, I would say. I have seen videos of people with things flying down the stairs, things flying around the room. Me personally, I've not experienced that. It's good for audio, but I think it's residual, so it's not there now.
Yeah.
So, you know, the amount of hype, it's booked every single night of the year for like 2 or 3 years in advance. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm putting 30 East Drive inside there.
I kind of agree with you there, Mickey, because like we've been, and the night was dead. You know, you don't even feel like you're in a haunted house or anything like that.
No.
You don't. You feel like you're in your nan's kitchen.
Yeah.
Basically. So yeah, and obviously when we was there, all we could smell was weed, and it wasn't him. Do you know what I mean?
There's just smoke coming to the house from next door.
The most haunted thing about that building is Carol next door throwing marbles down the stairs at you when you're on the walkthrough. So
There you go. Yeah.
sorry, Carol.
That's fine. Yeah, get it in. What last one, Mickey? You've got a bonus one now because of the dowsing rods. You got a bonus one to throw in.
Oh, I just had one then. I forgot what I was going to say. I forget necrophonic apps, ghost apps. I'm going to put as a generic whole. Let's put them there. We'll take necrophonic out. We won't include that. But ghost apps, I would put in as well. When someone takes a photo and you get like the ghost app thing where you could put the little shadow of the little girl on in a corridor and say, "Oh my God, it's a ghost." They went around all newspapers a few years ago, and it's like, wow, yeah. So I put them in, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's Michelle. Been to East Drive twice and didn't get anything. Yeah, a lot of people don't, but a lot of people swear by it, so I don't know.
I know, yeah, exactly. It's like maybe I don't know. Maybe it's the people I was with. I don't know.
Well, I would never go back. One, it's a rip-off.
It is a
It's too
rip-off, yeah.
expensive, and the house is too small. More than 4 people, it's overpopulated.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? So
I don't like it, like that.
Yeah. Mickey, you ever been on a séance?
Yes,
Yes or no?
yes. Back in the day, yeah.
Mickey, you're conducting a séance, pal.
Oh, yeah.
And you can have 3 people from the paranormal field, living or dead, celebrity or just friends or whatever, people you've been with. Who's around the table with you?
I would take Aaron from Ghost Adventures. I'm going to stick to people on TV because I don't want to upset anybody that I know. So Aaron, because he seems to laugh, and I've chatted to him before about haunted dolls. So top bloke. I would take. Was it Harry Price? Was it?
Yeah, did he not do the Price is Right?
Yeah. No, the bloke who did the original Ghost Hunter. Is it
Yeah,
Harry Price? I'm sure it was.
yeah, he was the guy from Borley Rectory.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That was yeah.
So I would take him. And I would also take Nick Groff because I want to know what happened in Ghost Adventures and why he got kicked off.
That's a good shout. That is.
Yeah.
So you're up for a bit of gossip there, ain't you? A bit of juicy gossip.
Of course, yeah.
When you're coconut flat white, a nice little plate of biscoff, and some ghost gossip. Sounds like a good night to me.
Yeah.
Like I said before, Mick, it sounds like a great table. I'd love to be a fly on the wall. Like I was talking before about you being in the paranormal for all these years, and especially on YouTube. You know, you started years and years ago. Nearly 15 years. You mentioned that you've nearly been doing YouTube paranormal stuff on YouTube. It's a long time, Mickey. It's a long time. I mean, you had hair then as well. You know,
Did have hair.
you had hair then.
Where'd it go?
So, what do you think has changed since that time? For the better or for the worse, I don't know. It's a conundrum.
I think back in the day it was about real activity. I think today now you have all these American, no offense to Americans, American kids going into these abandoned places, faking all their ghostly stuff, and it's like, wow, gets millions and millions of views. I think it's more for YouTube. It's more about who you know, not what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because I've seen some amazing videos, amazingly edited. The audio is crisp, perfect picture. They're not getting views, but you got some crappy video on a shitty old phone, and it's getting millions of views because it's by a certain person or it's someone they know who they're with, and it's like I don't think it's fair, personally.
I'm gonna clap you there because I speak to a lot of people who make some great videos and put a lot of time and effort into it because it takes ages, you know, and because they're not getting activity all the time, which you never do. They're not getting the views, and you know we're one of them. To be fair, you know what I mean.
Exactly.
And is it fair? I don't know. It's just one of them things. Like you say, we now get to a stage where it's more of a kind of a documentation for us more than anything.
Exactly. Yeah. If I get 20 views on my video, then that's 20 people that hopefully they've enjoyed it. You know. So I'm not going to fake nothing just to get famous or get a view. You know, it's like you say, it's a documentation. This is when I went there. Have a look at this video. This is what I got when I was there, and that's it.
Yeah.
So,
how do you know? Sensible guest. Love it.
Couple of questions for you, Mickey. Does Mickey dye his beard?
It's all white and grey, so no, I don't.
That's a flat white. You just
I keep dipping it in it. I spill it.
Hello, Stones. Mickey, what's your favourite haunted pub?
Oh, the Banshee Labyrinth in Edinburgh. If you've never been there, get yourself there.
I ain't never going to go on me, John.
You never know, Neil. Road trips and stuff. Jot it down.
Well, it's Thursday in the Banshee.
Oh dear. Yeah, it's basically Halloween all year round in this pub. There's even a cinema in the pub.
Jot that down now. You've got two back down now, right down the Banshee.
Banshee Labyrinth. There's a cinema inside as well that plays old B movies, horror movies. Awesome place. Love it.
Neil, we're going there. We've got 2 road trips this year. We're going to the village from American Werewolf. We're going to recreate the start of American Werewolf, and now we're going to the Banshee in. I bet you don't. I bet we do, Neil.
That sounds unbelievable.
That sounds my kind of place. It's like my titty twister.
Yeah, from Dusk Till Dawn. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Mickey. Thank you, Mickey.
Love Tarantino films. Yeah.
Yeah,
class.
Brilliant. I only watched it again the other night. Love it. Neil, any more questions before I move on to the last one? Mickey, we've nearly done 53 minutes. Can you believe that? That's
oh my God.
Gone like that.
Oh,
so,
crazy.
Mickey, we do this little thing called. I'm just going to quickly put up the banner because then it explains to Neil what's going on.
What's going on, John?
The quick fire 10. It's the quick fire 10. Now, Mickey, this is your quick fire 10.
Right.
Just a simple yes or no answer. I'm going to fire them at you quick as you can. We've got 6 minutes left. Let's go. Number 1. Are ghost apps fake?
Yes.
Would you beat a poltergeist at a game of Jenga?
No.
Can objects have attachments?
Yes.
I know you mentioned Most Haunted earlier on, but does Mary love Dick?
Of course. Yes.
Number 5, are aliens already amongst us?
Yes.
Would you take Slimer in a fist fight?
No, because I'd be slipping off his face.
No, you've got to punch him.
Oh dear.
Number 7, are a Ouija boards just a toy?
Yes.
Oh, you see, he paused, then he paused.
Yes.
8, do you believe in demons?
No.
Do you prefer... Well, this ties in really well. Do you prefer the Venga bus to the succubus?
Nah, I suck a bus every day.
Number 10, and your last one, Mickey. Do
Right.
ghosts walk amongst us?
Yes.
Mickey, that's your quick fire 10. Fan bloody tastic. So, Mickey, we're done. We've got 4 minutes left, pal. I just want to see if anybody has got one last question for Mickey before we go. Evening all. Shout out to the Yorkie.
I think that's Aunt Bessie.
Hello, whoever that is.
Chocolate bar Neil.
Oh.
I don't think that's Aunt Bessie. Mickey, I'm not going to lie. We was going to go into the Conjuring universe, but we've run out of time. So when we go, you get you on again, because definitely we get you on again, because that has flew by like that.
Yes,
That has been
boys.
an
Yes,
absolute
definitely.
bloody pleasure. An absolute bloody pleasure. It's always great when you have a great guest, Neil. And I haven't even had a sip of beer. You know, that's normally I've gone through 3 cans. You know what I mean? But
I'll take that.
Mickey, it's absolutely fantastic. We're just going to quickly wrap up the show. If you want to
Okay.
stay in the chat room, we'll have a little say a goodbye and that after. And if
Yeah, no worries, boys.
And
Thank you so much for having me on.
It's been a pleasure. Been a pleasure. Mickey, we'll talk to you in a bit. Nice one.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers, mate.
So there you go, people. Miki York, genuine paranormal
Fantastic.
legend. Absolutely bloody fantastic. Neil, I've really enjoyed that.
And I have, John.
I mean, I enjoy every show, but that was easy peasy.
I think it just gets better and better.
That was just easy peasy. Like you say, it just flew like a nice bottle of Merlot.
Yes, I'll
Do you
tell
know
you
what I
what, I really enjoyed that.
And it's been nice having some people in the
Yeah,
chat room,
I've-
throwing some questions,
Oh.
because that's what it's all about. I want people to get
Yeah.
involved in these shows. 'Cause it ain't just about us, it ain't just about the guests, it's about the people watching.
Mhm.
So I just want to say thank you to everyone. I want to say thank you to anybody who's obviously watched it now. I'm back to front now, Neil, back to front. I want to say thank you to anybody who watches it later. You will do for us, I can tell you that. Neil, and your last words?
I just want to thank everybody. It's overwhelming, John. You know, people
is.
getting involved and what have you.
It is.
Great guests want to come on the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nice and relaxed.
Yeah, and like you say,
Right,
anybody
right.
who hasn't watched it, you can catch up later because it'll be on our channel anyway. So yeah, and if you want to share it with your muckers, share it with your enemies, we don't mind. Go for it.
Everything's good, mate. Everything's good.
Anyway, if anybody wants to go and find anything on Miki York, find him on Facebook, find him on TikTok, find him on Twitter, maybe, find him on what's the other one?
YouTube.
Chapsnat or whatever it's called. He's on more platforms than
Donkey Kong.
I thought he was going to say Noddy Older.
I was going to say Noddy
Noddy
Older.
So I just want to say thank you again. Next week, we're doing another show next week. We have got Neil, Rosin Taylor, another YouTuber from Rosin in Wonderland. Now, I don't think we're going to get us shrinking into a little bottle or nothing like that. So, yeah, we got Rosin on next week. So next Wednesday, 7:30. Come and join us. Come and have a paranormal laughing because that's what it's all about. Neil, we're just going to end up the show now.
Yeah.
Right. If anybody, with the snow and all that, if anybody is out investigating this weekend and you don't get any spirits, just do what we do. We drink them instead. See you next Wednesday. Have a good one, people.
Bon de douche. Shower cap.